again this week. I hope that everybody's week has gone well, and I hope that we had a chance to enjoy a bit of the weather that was out there last week. Today's class is going to be centered around detoxifying, and I thought that it would be a great way to just kind of let go a little bit of the anything that's kind of in us, and we're going to kind of think of this practice as one that we're going to be wringing out our body a little bit. So it's going to be a lot of twists, a lot of rotations. If there's anything that's not working with your body today, if anything begins to hurt or doesn't feel comfortable, obviously make sure to stop and or modify to make it work for your body today. So we're going to begin seated. We're just going to begin to invite our breath into our body and check in for a few moments and invite our breath and some awareness. So find a comfortable place wherever that is in your space right now. And if you want some music on or you already have it, just have that kind of flowing in the background. And maybe we'll close our eyes and invite our checking in hat into our practice today, checking in with our body, inviting and checking in with our breath. Checking in with the breath coming into the body, noticing the cadence, noticing the temperature, noticing where the breath lands. Also notice how it's leaving your body. Are you kind of rushing through the exhale? Or are you trying to elongate the exhale as far as you can take it? As you kind of notice what's happening with the breath, tune in to what's happening with the rest of the body. Tune in what happens when you breathe in. Tune in what happens when you breathe out. Scan through the body. Notice your hips. Maybe if there's any gripping in the hips, we just want to turn our attention to that space. If there's any sensation through the spine, maybe you're beginning to feel that the lengthening is maybe a little bit tiring, and that's okay. Begin to maintain that, just keep that length and just tune into your breath. We just want to stay aware of our body and maybe how it changes as we settle our body in. There's almost like this oppositional sensation. We're trying to stay active through the body, but also trying to release the body. So active consciousness. So any thoughts maybe invite themselves into your practice today. Notice them and then release them. We're going to invite a 4-part breath into our practice today. It's called a box breath. And a box breath is whereby we inhale on a count, we hold, and then we exhale for a count, and then we hold, and then we inhale for a count, and then we exhale for a count. through 5 rounds. And I'll count with you for the first 2 or 3, and then I'm gonna let you kind of count on your own. And just notice as you're breathing in, where the breath lands. See if you can deepen the breath, maybe even slow the breath down. And as you hold your breath for a brief moment, notice how that changes and affects the body. And then as you inhale or exhale out, notice how that changes. So we're going to begin with an inhale, and we're going to do a 4 count breath. So breathing in for 1, 2, 3, and then hold for 3, 2, 1, and then exhale for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 1, and hold, 3, 2, 1, and exhale, 3, 2, 1, and hold the breath here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold, and exhale for 3, 2, 1, and hold, and inhale, 3, 2, 1, and hold, and exhale, 3, 2, 1, and hold. For the next, we're going to count on our own silently. Last round. And finish up with your last inhale or exhale. And just breathe normally. Take about 10 breaths here, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Just regulate your breath. Finish up with our last 2 breaths. Let's begin to blink our eyes open. Slowly inviting the world into our space. Draw our awareness to our surroundings. And seated crisscross, if you're propped up on a pillow, you can stay there if that feels comfortable, or we can come down onto the floor. We're going to lengthen through the spine, and as we do so, guide the hands up towards the sky. Bring the palms together. Exhale down to heart center. Connect the thumbs into the chest. Gently bow down towards the hands, and let us set our intentions for our practice today. Whatever you feel is necessary for yourself today, for your practice, let that be your intention. And then as you're ready, begin to blink the eyes back open if they were closed, reaching with the hands about shoulder distance apart. We're going to reach through the fingertips to elongate through the spine, rotate towards the left. So there's a gentle rotation through the upper thoracic spine. Your hips are still square, and then come back through center. We're gonna reach over to the right, and we're just getting our spine ready for all the rotations we're gonna do today, and rotate to the left. So it's a very gentle rotation without any sort of forcing the spine too deeply into any sort of movement here. So one more time on either side. And then back through center, and then over to, again, to the right. And then back through center. Maintain that length through the upper body. Pull the pelvis away from the upper body. Rotate to the left. Guide the right hand to the left knee, and then reach back with the left hand. Reaching up through the spine, rotating, turning the gaze beyond the left shoulder. So in all our rotations today, it's really about maintaining length through the spine and space through the vertebrae. I'm trying to avoid any compression. And then as you're ready, reach again with the arms up towards the sky. You're then still leaning or reaching, rotated slightly towards the left, and then anchor in through that right hip as we come into a gentle forward fold, a little bit in a slightly rotated place. And just feel that opening through the right lower back area. Just take a couple of deep breaths here. Allow the shoulders to soften. Allow the pelvic area to just deepen in through the connection down towards the mat. And then on the next inhale, pull up, reach with the hands up towards the sky. Come back through center, reach over to the right, and then guide the left hand to the right knee and reach with the right hand behind you. Tips of the fingers can be nicely pressed up onto the floor to be able to lift up through the sternum and create a little lift through the upper spine as well as a rotation. Gaze is beyond the right shoulder. This might feel really nice because I'm sure right now we're in a bit more of positions where we're sitting a bit more and not maybe moving our body in sport the way we normally would. So it's really nice to also move our body in a different plane of motion. And then as you're ready, slightly de-rotate, maintaining that rotation again still towards the right side of the knee. Lift up through the palms and then come down into that gentle forward fold. And softening through the upper body, dropping down through the left hip. And coming down and just deepening into this space. And as you're ready, walk your hands back up through center and sit nice and tall. We're going to move through our Sufi rolls just to mobilize a little bit more through the spine. So keep the pelvis connected, pull back, lift up and guide through the sternum. Let's create some nice rotations here. Almost feel this a little bit through the pelvic area. And as you lift forward, we're kind of following our heart here. As we come back, we round in through the spine and just create this beautiful, kind of really soft motion, almost like this watery flow. I invite you to even move your shoulders. I'm not sure why, but I always have this vision of like Woodstock and all these people are doing the Sufi rolls. All right, if you're moving in one direction, let's reverse the direction and the other place and just notice how this changes. Maybe it doesn't change anything, you just feel a different plane of motion, different direction. And continue to allow yourself just to flow here. And one more. And then as you're ready, you can come back in through center. Extend the arms out towards the side. You're still in this crisscross position. If this is starting to feel a little uncomfortable, feel free to reach your legs long. Take your left arm down, reach up with the right arm, and then lean over to the left. Inviting a little side bend here. And then back up through center, guide the right hand down to the floor, and then lift the left, pulling up through the upper spine, and then over to the right side. And then back through center. Extend both legs long. And we're going to open up towards the right with the right leg, right on a diagonal here, and bring the left foot into the inner thigh. Again, we're going to move into this rotated position towards the left side of the body. Sits bones are connected. Right hand is going to reach out long towards the right toes as we lean over and find our Jajusasana. I think I pronounced that wrong. Jajusasana. And hand to big toe. So right hand hooks on to the right toe. There's a slight opening and external rotation of the torso, and the left arm reaches up overhead. And we're just finding this gentle side bend. Left hip reaches down towards the floor, and the left shoulder is slightly externally rotated. And then on the next inhale, we're going to come back, bring the left hand back and come back into another twist. And this time maybe twist a little bit deeper without that sense of force. So if you kind of invite a bit of softness into the spine, you'll find that you might have a little bit more range of motion. And then come back through center. Now you're going to rotate towards the right leg, sweep the arms up towards the sky, pull the pelvis away from the upper body, and then gently come down into this forward flex position, resting the shoulders away from the ears and giving the back chain of the right leg a nice little stretch here. You'll also maybe even notice that the low back on the left side is also feeling a bit of sensation, perhaps a little bit of a stretch there as well. And then slowly walk your hands back up through center and bring the feet together. We're going to find our butterfly pose, letting the hips open here. And we're going to come into a gentle forward fold. So you can choose to walk your hands forward or basket the toes, and just allow the knees to rest open in either direction. And allow the upper body to rest down. We're going to hold this for about 10 deep breaths. With each exhale, we offer our body an opportunity to let go a little further. If there's any sensation that's not feeling okay to you, first begin to shift your weight side to side to maybe create a little more connection, a little more space. You can also reach the toes a little further away from your midpoint so you have a little bit more space. Begin to walk your hands back up through center. Just re-establish a long spine. And this time we're going to kick out the left leg long and bring the right foot into the inner thigh. Left leg is going to stay nice and active. And we're going to rotate our torso towards the right side, maybe reaching the hands up overhead. And then guide the left hand over to the left toe, reaching with the right hand up and over. Let your right knee fall down towards the floor. And maybe again, if you need to move the right foot a little bit lower down, go ahead and do so. There's a slight rotation of the torso. Right hip is connected down to the floor. Right shoulder is slightly opened. I'm feeling a bit of external rotation here. Gently come back up. Swing the right hand behind you and come into another twist. Take the left hand, lift up through the sternum, and press the left hand gently into the right leg to create a little bit of a deeper rotation here. yourself over to the left extended leg. Sweep the arms up towards the sky. Pull the pelvis away from the upper body and come into your forward fold. And you might notice a little bit of that stretch through the low back of the right side of the body. Ready, walking back up and sitting up tall, realigning the spine. Good, let's bring our feet back one more time into our butterfly pose. And just lengthen and just allow the knees to open. And then if it feels comfortable, coming back into the forward fold. Maybe see if there's a little more opportunity to come a little deeper. Honoring our body and finding what's working for our body today. So listen to what your hips are saying, what your back is saying. And then as you're ready, walk your hands back up through center, realign the spine, sit up tall, and then bring the knees together. We're going to come onto all fours and then press back into child's pose. So knees again are going to be wide, big toes together. Hopefully the inner thighs are nice and formed up right now. You're going to press back down through your hips and maybe connect your sits bones down towards your heels. If they don't touch, don't stress about it. Begin with an extended child's pose if that works for you. Otherwise, bring your hands to the side. Allow the heart to drip down to the floor and allow the forehead to rest along the mat. Beginning here, just to stretch the shoulders out. We're going to invite our breath into the back of our body. So breathing in through the nose, down the throat, all the way down your spine, down your tailbone. And just find a little bit of softening through the hips and a bit of softening through the shoulders as well. And just allowing our heart to kind of rest here. And then as you're ready, you're going to peel up onto your forearms. Knees are going to come in a little bit, and we're just going to knees are going to come out a little bit, and we're going to drip down towards the floor. Extend the legs out long and lift up into our cobra. So our first extension of the day. And as we lift here, pulling up through the belly, let's rotate our neck towards the right, a little twisting of the neck, back through center and over to the right, or left, back through center. Just repeat a few more times at your own perfect pace. And the belly is drawn up, glutes are turned on to protect the low back, and then back through center and over to the other side, and finish up with wherever you're at. And we'll come back in through center. Press back down into our child's pose. One more time. Big toes together, arms are stretched. And take a breath or two. Settle your body. And then let's take the right arm, and it's going to be outstretched to about shoulder height. And we're going to needle and thread the right underneath the left. Rotate and twist the upper thoracic spine, resting the head, the right side of the head down onto the mat. The right is reaching away whilst the left is reaching long and above us. And there's a slight rotation through the left shoulder towards the right. And there's the stripping of the shoulder away from the ear. So that's one thing. If you find it kind of creeping up, draw it away. And then as you're ready, press your left hand into the floor, extend the right arm long, and this time take the left hand and reach it, and then come into our needle and thread. Resting the side of the head down onto the floor, gentle rotation through the upper spine. Hips are connected down. If they're lifted, that's no problem. But what you want to just avoid is that moving of the hips with your upper spine. So it doesn't have to be a
really big rotation, just enough that you can create a little upper thoracic spine rotation without the pelvis coming with you. And then as you're ready, press your right hand into the floor, extend the arms out long, and then inhale, come into your tabletop position. Knees underneath the feet, knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Let's go through a couple of cat-cows, maybe a few sets. Just kind of moving at your own perfect pace here, mobilizing through the spine. Ready, come back through center, stack the spine, find yourself in your neutral spine. Curl your toes under and come into downward facing dog. So feet are going to be wide. If that feels comfortable, drip down through the heels and begin to pedal the feet one at a time. And as always, this is an opportunity just to kind of create some fluidity through the body, a little bit of softness through the joints. So notice where the weight of your body is resting in your hands. Maybe you can soften a little through the wrists and through the elbows. And maybe you're noticing that your hips are maybe a little tight. You want to just kind of create this nice softness from side to side. Just kind of find your flow here. Maybe you just want to press down with your heels. It's really up to you. As you're ready, let us come in through center. We're going to lift our heels right up off the ground and find your feet, kind of the ball of your feet resting on the floor. You almost feel like you're getting a stretch to the bottom half of the bottom of the feet, but you're also getting this really nice activation through the calf muscles. Now, reach with the heels down towards the ground. Give your calves a nice little stretch. Let the hips reach up towards the sky, soften the shoulders. And then turn your gaze between your hands and either hop or walk your feet forward and come into your forward fold. So knees can be bent to soften the lower back and to relieve any tension through the low back. Allow the head to drip down to the floor. As you're ready, inhale, come into Ardha Uttanasana, into your half arch, following your heart forward, lengthening through the back, and then exhale, drip down into a deep forward fold. Inhale, back into your half arch, lengthen the crown, and allow the body to drip down towards the floor. We're going to bend the knees and sweep the hands behind us and come right into our chair. So reaching with the hands about shoulder distance apart, either they're forward or either they're up. Heels are down onto the floor, back is nice and long, tailbone is slightly tucked under. Hold here, and then exhale, come back into this forward fold. Find a little bit of a crouching sensation. Press the tips of the hands onto the floor. Extend the legs out a little longer. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms, and come back into that chair. Settle in, settle the body, pull the belly in. And then one more time, coming into that crouch position, hands down onto the floor, and then extend the legs and deepen into your forward fold. Sweep the arms behind you and give yourself and your legs a little hug. And then release the hands down to the floor and begin to articulate back up to a standing position, restacking each of your vertebrae one at a time as you grow tall like a tree here. And lengthen. Good. Sweep the arms up. Bring the hands together and meet them at heart center. And let's just see where this lands in our body. So take a moment to settle in. Find your space. We're going to move through our sun salutations. So sweep the hands up towards the sky. Lengthen the upper body away from the pelvis. Lengthen the back to the sides.
lengthen your back down as you come into your forward fold. Take your right foot and reach it long. So we're going to do a little modified version of our sun salutation because we want to include a little twist in there. So drop down through the right knee, place the top of the foot on the floor, and twist open to the left. So let the left leg kind of just reach away from the body. And then on the next inhale, take the left hand and frame the right front foot. Curl the toes under of the right leg and bring the left leg back in downward dog. Inhale, scoop up and find yourself in your plank position, either coming into full plank or kneeling plank, and down into chaturanga. Roll the shoulder blades back, lift up. So hold this cobra pose, and then twist the neck to the right, and twist the neck to the left. Back through center, down towards the earth. Curl the toes under, back into your downward dog. Feet are maybe wide or about hip distance apart. You're going to sweep the right leg up to the sky, bend the knees, and open the hip. Place the hands and the shoulders square and open up just the hip. Create a little rotation through the ankle in one direction, and then rotate it towards the other. And then come back through center, extend the right leg long, bring the right knee right on top of where the right elbow is, and then extend the right leg. Bring the right knee in towards the chest, round the upper back, place the right foot all the way forward, finding your low lunge. Shift the weight into the right foot, and then bring the left leg back to find your forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms back, come back into your chair. And that's going to be our first chair for our sun salutation. The next one, we're going to go into our twists. Inhale, extend the body, find length, sweep the arms to the side, lengthen the back, swan dive to the floor. Take the right leg, reach it long, anchor the right hand in towards the right arch of the foot, left hand into the right arch of the foot, open up towards the right side. Let that right knee just open. Sorry, you can drop your left knee down to the floor. Open up. Now take the right arm, frame the front foot, curl the toes of the left, lift the foot up. Bring the right foot all the way back. Come into your downward dog. Pedal the feet one at a time. And then on your next inhale, float yourself into your full plank position or kneeling plank. Tuck your elbows in, come all the way down to the ground. Roll up through the spine, lift up into maybe a little bit of a deeper cobra. Rotate the neck to one direction, back through center, rotate to the other direction, back through center, come down towards the earth. Curl the toes under, come back into your downward dog. Feet are going to come a little closer together. Shift your weight into the right foot. Sweep the left leg up to the sky. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. Square off through the shoulders and create a little rotation through the ankle. Maybe rotating in one direction and then rotating in the other direction. Now square off the hips, extend the leg, draw the left elbow to the left knee to the left elbow, and then pull the left leg up. Then draw the left knee in towards the heart, round the upper back, place the left foot all the way forward. Find yourself in that low lunge. Shift your weight into the left foot, come into your forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms back. Exhale, come into your chair. Now we're going to go through a few flowing twisted chairs. So exhale, come down to your crouch position. Extend the legs, come into a deeper forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms. Exhale, up. Bring the palms together, twist towards the right. Left elbow meets the right leg. You can open up the palms, open up the chest, come back through center. Extend the arms up towards the sky, and we're going to twist towards the other direction. Right to left. Open up the chest. Feel free to open up your heart, Open up your arms, bring the palms together, reach up towards the sky. We're going to do that another 4 more times. So find your own rhythm here. Open and back and press. And you can go as fast or as slow as you choose. Really listen to what your body's asking of you today. Back. And maybe we're almost at our last one. Whenever you're done, we'll meet in our mountain pose. So take your time to get there. And we're going to take about 5 breaths here. And just notice your body, notice your breathing, the heat that was built or building in your body. And then as we're here in mountain pose, let's begin to open our feet about as wide as our hips. And then let's take a deep breath in. Reach with the hands up towards the sky, about shoulder distance apart. We're going to kickstand the right foot back and come into our crescent pose. Now as we anchor our body here, we're lifted up through the pelvic area, the belly button, reaching with the hands up overhead. Maintain that length. And as you inhale, reach with your hands forward, sweep the arms down, open the palms, scoop back up to a lengthened position. Inhale, reach, sweep the arms up and back up. 2 more, reach and sweep and up. And 1 more, and reach and back up. Perfect. Now take your palms, press them together, rotate towards the left side, bring your right elbow to your left knee, twisted lunge. Press into the feet, extend the arms up to the sky. Adjust your back foot, come into your warrior 2 stance. Heels are aligned, toes are out to the edge, shoulders are away from the ears. We're going to flow all the way forward, grab hold of whatever we need, and sweep the arms back, opening up through the side body, finding our reverse warrior. So watch the front knee, allow the back leg to just lengthen. Inhale, take the left arm forward. You're going to come back into your warrior 2. And then we're going to move into dancing warrior. So inhale to reach. Extend the front leg. As you exhale, deepen in. And what I want you to think about is this extending of the body, and then this almost like this energetic pressing down of the hands away. So think about this really heavy air that you want to just press everything away. And keep going. Reach and press and reach and press. Good. Last one. Reach and press down. Perfect. Sweep the right arm all the way forward. Curl onto the back toes. We're coming back into our crescent pose. We're going to extend the arms out to the side, and we're going to take the right arm underneath the left arm above the right, and lift up into eagle arms. So a little twist here of the arms, also stretching the back of the shoulders. And as you lift a little higher through the elbows, you're going to feel that opening through the back of the body. And then release the hands, extend them up overhead. And then we're just going to press our back foot a little forward. So shorten your stance, press both feet down to the floor. Front leg is going to be extended. And then extend the back, extend the fingers, come down to a forward fold, and find yourself in pyramid. Maybe adjust the back foot. I took too short of a stance here. Take the right hand, place it down onto the floor, open up into twisted pyramid. And then slowly come back down, bring the hands on either side of the left foot, press the right foot forward, come into your forward fold. Inhale to articulate up, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming all the way back up to standing. Open up the palms, find yourself in mountain pose. Let's just take a breath here. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. And either staying in this position, stay in your position. I'm going to switch sides so that you can see the other side. So inhale, guide the hands up towards the sky. Shoulders are nice and shoulder distance apart. Take the left foot back, come into your crescent pose. And hold here. So once you establish this beautiful base here, you want to open up through the left hip. Let the front knee just open up right above the ankle. Reach with the fingertips and lift up through the belly. As you reach forward, you're going to reach with the fingertips. As you come down, sweep the hands, open the palms, come back up to your crescent pose. Inhale, reach. Circle the arms around and back into crescent. And reach. And sweep. And we've got two more. Lengthen through the back, reach forward. Sweep the hands all the way up. And last one, reach and sweep. And come back into your crescent. Establish this beautiful base. Bring the palms together. Twist towards the right, left elbow to right knee. Now, if for whatever reason one side feels a little unstable, feel free to drop down onto one knee. That feels a bit better for you. And then press up, coming into crescent again. Adjust the back foot, finding warrior two. Hands are outstretched, gaze is forward. Front leg is nice and supported. Inhale, reach forward, come into your reverse warrior. Open up through the right side of the body. Open up through the rib cage and the hip. And then swing and sweep the right hand forward, left arm back. And then we come into dancing warrior. Inhale, extend the front leg. Exhale, press down deep and into the side. Opener, inhale, reach. And exhale down. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. Inhale, reach. Exhale down, and last one. Inhale, reach. And exhale, find your warrior two. Sweep the left arm forward, curl the back toe. You're going to take a little stance forward so you can find yourself in your preparation for pyramid. So the front leg extends, arms are outstretched, reach long through the back, come into your forward fold. Soften through the knees, soften through the crown. And then anchor in through the left hand, open up with the right, twisted pyramid. Sweep the right hand back down. Bend the front knee, bring the left leg all the way forward, coming into your forward fold. Crown of the head drips down towards the earth. And inhale, begin to articulate up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming all the way up. Reach with the hands outstretched. And then take the left hand, reach it underneath the right. And find your eagle pose. Reach with the elbows up. And hold. And then release the hands off to the side. Nice job, everyone. Now we're going to move into our tree pose. So we're going to begin with the left foot. I'm going to create this really nice foundation here. And from tree pose, we're going to go into our figure 4 stretch. So from there, we're going to open up again through the hip a little deeper. So find whatever version of tree you want today, ankle, shin, or above the knee. And we can, if we want to today, stay in this position, or maybe we'll invite a little twist. So maybe taking the arms up. And maybe just rotate a little towards the left. It's interesting to see or have time now on our walks with my dog to notice all the trees and all the shapes that they have, and it's really kind of fun because sometimes we don't notice these things. So this is our little twisted tree. Come back through center. Oops. Take a moment. Maybe bring your hands to heart center. So we're going to release the right ankle and just glide it over the left knee. So begin to open up through the hip. And we can come down into a seated stretch. Now, if you're looking for a little more intensity, you can always guide the right foot a little higher. And this can be a really nice hip opener and also a nice inner thigh stretch. Then we begin to bend down through the left foot. And just holding that hand or that foot a little higher if that's available. Just pressing down into our chair. And as you're ready, press up, whoop, and come up to standing and shake that off. Whew. Good job. So we'll do the same on the other side. Left ankle, shin or inner thigh. Really begin to find your footing through the right foot. Try not to look at me too much because I'm moving, so that might put you off a little bit. And then maybe if you want to, you can go into a twisted tree. And it's a really gentle rotation. So if you think back of where we started today, we started with these nice rotations. We can also invite the same one into our practice today. And maybe come back through center. You can release the hands at heart center and just take a moment or two to breathe. And maybe you're taking your foot and you're bringing it a little higher, if that's available, opening up through the hip, bending through the right knee and coming into this kind of oddly shaped figure 4. Hands are at heart center, shoulders are square. And then gently release, press into the right foot, extend the body, shake it off. Oh, that was always such a nice stretch there through the hip. We're going to come down onto the floor. So make your way down, and we're going to sit on our sits bones. So we're going to begin to invite a little bit of activation through the abdominals. So we're going to find our boat. So feet are about hip distance apart, spine is nice and long. Hands are resting at our sides. So we're going to give you a different variation today. So as you're ready, we're going to lean back a little bit, open up through the clavicles, and maybe bring one foot up and one foot up. And maybe we're just finding our place here. Perhaps we're exploring by extending the legs up. So lift up through the sternum, hold here. And maybe we're guiding the hands right behind the knees. We're just sitting right up on our sits bones as best as we can. Maybe we're reaching with the hands up. And then slowly bend the knees. Place the feet down onto the floor. Lift up through the spine. And then slowly guide yourself down, vertebrae by vertebrae, down towards the floor. Bring your right knee into your chest and then your left. and rock your body side to side. And just beginning to invite a little bit of softness through the back of the body. Maybe creating some rotations with the knees. And just kind of exploring a little bit of that sensation through the low back. So feel free to reverse your circle if you've been turning it in one direction, just to kind of give each side of the back a nice little taste of lengthening or stretching out. And then as you're ready, coming back through center, we're going to place our feet down onto the floor, and we're going to go into our bridges. So place the hands down at your sides, feet are in towards your glute area, pressing down firmly in through the heels. We'll inhale and then exhale, peel our spine up off the ground, opening up through the front body and allowing us to remain soft through the throat. And just want to create this lovely opening up through the hips. And then slowly peel your spine back down onto the mat. So we'll do about 2 more like this and just work through them at your own perfect pace. Just draw awareness to the opening of the front of the body and the hips. And then back down. It's just such a lovely front body opener. Just noticing the body as it peels back down towards the earth. And last one, maybe I think I did an extra one. Surprise, surprise. And then back down. Now, let's guide the legs up towards the sky. And we're just going to extend the legs. So I forgot to tell you, if you had any sort of blankets or pillows that you could prop underneath your sacrum, to go ahead and do that. But it's nice to have a yoga block or something to do this with, but if you don't have it, I'm just going to do mine directly onto the floor. And we're just going to hold here for a few breaths and just notice how the blood kind of flows down from the toes, coming all the way into our upper body. A very, very restorative pose. Just allow your sacrum to rest here. Free to flex and point the toes to create a little bit of that loosening through the joints. And then as you're ready, you can bend the knees. So bring the feet to about 90 degrees. We'll open up our arms to either side and float our knees over to the right side into our supine twist. And just take your gaze towards the left side. Soften your heart, soften your shoulders. Your own perfect pace, come back through center. I'm going to shift our knees over to the left side to take the hip over to the right, and then reach over with the knees to the left. There's a little bit of shifting of the pelvic area. And just turn your gaze towards the right. Maybe your eyes are open or maybe your eyes are closed. Really whatever feels right for you. Your own perfect pace, come back through center. We're going to find ourselves in Shavasana, but if there's something you feel like your body needs today, this is a great opportunity to go ahead and do that, and then you can make your way into Shavasana. So if you are coming to Shavasana, you can extend your legs out long onto the mat. Bring one hand maybe to your heart, one hand to your tummy if that feels right for you today, or maybe your palms are open
to give and receive energy. Just finding a comfortable spot for yourself. And let's just take these couple of minutes here to settle our body and just enjoy the sensation of hopefully absolute rest. If you want to stay in Shavasana a little longer, by all means, feel free to do so. Otherwise, we begin to invite a little bit of movement through the fingers and through the toes. Before we come up to seated, let's roll on to our favorite side. We're going to take about 2 or 3 breaths to transition. So just fall over onto your favorite side and take just this moment here of pause. At your own perfect pace, you can press yourself up. Take your time. Just to come back up into our seated position. Seated nice and tall. Let's take a cleansing breath to close our practice off. Breathe in as we extend the arms up overhead. Palms come together. Exhale to heart center. Bring your thumbs back to your heart. Remind yourself of your intention that you set at the beginning of your practice today. May your heart always stay warm. May your smile always stay broad. And may the light that shines in me always honor the light that shines in you. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, once again. It's just so wonderful for us to be together virtually. Thank you for all that you do and all that you are. And I look forward to seeing you again next Wednesday, same time, same place.